So if you're serious about building your app into a successful business, you need a solid business plan and a well-structured app vision document. So too many founders make the mistake of jumping straight into development without having a clear strategy, and that's how startups fail before they even get a chance to scale. And it rhymes. Your business plan and vision document are not just for investors, they're for you, your team, and anyone who needs to understand what your app is, what problem it solves, and how it's going to win in the market. Today, I'm going to walk you through why your business plan is essential, how to structure it effectively, and what should go into your app vision document as well to make sure your product roadmap, team, and investors are all aligned. And so by the end of this, you'll have a clear framework for building, launching, and scaling your app the right way with those documents. And so let's start with your business plan. Why do you need one? Of course, because without it, you're guessing, literally. You're making decisions based on assumptions instead of data. And when challenges come up, which they will, you'll have no roadmap to navigate them. A business plan helps you clarify your business model, revenue strategy, customer acquisition approach, and financial projections. It answers the critical questions: how does your app make money? And who is your target market? So what's your competitive advantage? How will you acquire and retain users? Investors will ask these questions, but more importantly, you need to ask them yourself. Here's how to structure your business plan effectively. First off, you start off with your executive summary. This is the first section, but it should be written last. It summarizes everything in the document in 1 or 2 pages and highlights the problem, solution, market opportunity, business model, and key financial projections. Investors will often read this first before deciding if they want to even look deeper. So if your executive summary doesn't grab their attention, they won't keep reading. Number 2, the problem and solution. Clearly define the problem your app solves. Be specific. Who is experiencing this problem and why does it need to be solved? Especially now. Then introduce your solution. Of course, your app. Explain how your app uniquely solves this problem and why it's better than what currently exists. Use data, trends, and real-world examples to back up your claims. If you can't clearly define your problem and solution in a way that resonates, your business will struggle to gain traction. Number 3, the market analysis. This section proves that there's demand for your app. Who are your users? How big is your target market? What's the total addressable market? TAM. Serviceable available market, SAM, and serviceable obtainable market, SOM. Who are your competitors, and what are they doing well or failing at? What trends in your industry show that now is the right time to launch? Investors don't just want to know that your app is great, they want to know that there is a growing market for it and that you understand the landscape. Number 4, the business model and monetization strategy. How does your app make money? Is it a subscription model, one-time purchase, freemium, marketplace, or ad-supported? You need to clearly define your revenue streams and show that you understand user behavior when it comes to paying for your app. If you're using a freemium model, for example, what percentage of free users typically convert to paying customers in your industry? If you're running ads, what's your projected average revenue per user? ARPU. A great app with no solid monetization strategy won't attract investment. Number 5, go-to-market strategy. How will you acquire users? What's your marketing plan? Are you relying on paid ads, organic, SEO, influencer partnerships, app store optimization, ASO, or referral programs? If your app requires a network effect, like social apps or marketplaces, how do you plan to onboard your first users and scale engagement? What will be your cost per acquisition, CPA, your customer lifetime value, LTV, and conversion rates? If you don't have data yet, use industry benchmarks. Investors want to see that you understand how to attract and retain users profitably. Number 6, team and leadership. Who's behind the app? Investors don't just invest in ideas, they invest in people. Highlight your team's experience, technical expertise, and past successes. If you have advisors or early hires, showcase why they're the right people to bring this vision to life. If you're a solo founder, outline your hiring plan and how you'll fill any skill gaps. Number 7, financial projections and funding needs. This is where you show that your business is financially viable. Include revenue projections, expenses, profit margins, and cash flow estimates for the next 3 to 5 years. Even if these are just projections, they should be realistic based on industry data and justifiable. Investors will want to see your burn rate, break even point, and how much funding you need to reach profitability. And so now, let's talk about your app vision document. While your business plan is about the bigger picture, your app vision document is your product roadmap. It defines what your app does, how it works, and how it will evolve. Your app vision document should include the following. Number one, the core value proposition. What is the main purpose of your app? Define it in one sentence, just one. If you can't summarize it clearly, your app is either too broad or not well defined. Number two, user personas. Who is your ideal user? Create detailed personas that outline their pain points, goals, and behaviors. The better you understand your users, the more effectively you can design features that resonate with them. Number three, feature list and prioritization. What are the core features your app must have at launch? I'm not talking about the next, 9 launches or the ninth milestone. I'm talking about right away the MVP. Break them down into phases. Phase 1, MVP at launch. Phase 2 and phase 3, so you don't try to build everything at once. Keep it lean. Successful apps focus on solving one core problem extremely well before expanding. Number 4, user flow and experience. How will users interact with your app? Create a very simple wireframe or flowchart on Canva or Figma that shows how a user moves from onboarding to achieving their first success moment inside your app. Number 5, technical considerations. What tech stack will your app use? It doesn't have to be necessarily specific right here, but it should be technically associated with the platforms that you're going to try to bring it to. For example, will it be native to iOS? Will it be native to Android? Will it be a cross-platform app or web-based? Outline any integrations that you may already know that you would need, APIs or third parties that your app will rely on. Number 6, scalability and growth plan. How will your app evolve? Investors and teams need to see a vision beyond the MVP. What features will come later? How will you scale as user demand increases? Your app vision document keeps your team aligned and ensures your developers, designers, and marketers are all working towards the same goals. It also makes it easier to communicate your roadmap to investors, partners, and early adopters. Here's what you need to do next. If you don't have a business plan yet, start drafting it today. Use AI. Even if you're still validating your idea, write down your plan. It will help you identify any gaps, refine your strategy, and attract the right investors or co-founders. If you're already building your app, make sure you have an app vision document that clearly defines your roadmap. This will keep you on track and help you avoid feature creep, which means that you just want to keep adding features and features and features that will basically create scope issues or costly pivots later on. And now I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of business plans. And what's good is that we're going to go into Figma and check out business plans that are already related to companies that have raised over $2 billion over last year, 2024, and this year, 2025. And so what's good is that this Figma basically goes really deep into these companies, and you should definitely use them as examples when creating your pitch deck / business plans, because they really, in a very, very short amount of time, tell you not only what they do, but also what they're looking for in the features and in the future developments of their apps going forward. So jump in right now. All right, guys. So once you arrive in this Figma, you can basically go one by one by zooming in to each and every one of these companies that have helped raise a couple of $1 billion in funding. And these are all their pitch decks. What's good is that we have different industries, different types of pitch decks that are available. And so you can definitely see, I would say, anything that has to do with your industry or maybe things that are similar. But I truly think that these are great examples to take into account when it comes to you building your own pitch deck and business plan. So yeah, these are all plans from 2024 and some from 2025. Go to town with it. Go into it, see how they're built, how they're made, their value propositions, and structure yours to do the same. See you later, guys.